Every year I travel down this beach showing you that I find treasure, beach losses and things that come in off the ocean. And last year I actually did a little beach cleanup with my wife. This time I'm gonna do it by myself. Anyway, I'm gonna go down the high tide line and look for the garbage that was left behind by people last night clam digging, and then other garbage along the beach line that I find. High tide line happens to be at the dunes, so I won't have a problem finding everything that's all bunched up. Anyway, here's my first bit of garbage. I see a little tag here I can get to. This tag's off the end of lumber, obviously. I could leave the wood, but I have this little bit of garbage. It'll go in the garbage bag. Anything that's garbage goes in the bag. Anything recyclable, pop cans, plastic water bottles, they will all go into the back of my truck. And then anyway, I'll sort the garbage too. So here's plastic. I can get that thrown as well. And I'll get back to you as I have progress in finding things. 3 smaller microplastics. Fire pit aluminum. It got washed out. Fire pit was down here, and here's another aluminum can. Got a big chunk of styrofoam. I'm not finding as much garbage, so hopefully that means people have already done some cleanup on the beach. Got a Fila shoe. Yeah, it stabs and picks up as the same as other trash. By the way, I made this poker stick. I showed it last year. It is just a nail driven into the end of a dowel or a curtain rod of sorts. Anyway, here's a chunk of rope and a plastic bottle that I'll put in the recycle bucket right there. Big chunk of styrofoam. Might have been a sign, the painting that's on it with the painting. And over here is a recyclable. With this piece, I'm actually making room in my garbage can to fill up one bag, and then I can put this one in my garbage can. This one I'll probably leave at the park entrance garbage can so they could deal with it. And yes, you can do that. It looks like a balloon and a piece of laundry basket. One lunch to go bowl. I'm not sure if this is recyclable. Let me know in the comments. It does have it on the back here, so I will be able to read that and figure it out at home. Commercial crabbing. Looks like this is off an oil container, and then up here is some styrofoam off of what looks like a commercial float, crabbing float. That hole there is where the, I'll show you here, that hole there is where the rope would go through, and then it would float the rope so that they could find the buoy to pull their trap in. Yeah, Vaseline. I'm gonna call it unopened. All right, it's another thing found. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, lid to a propane, looks like to a propane 1 pound cylinder. Yeah, a jar. Anyway, we recycle these in Westport in their own facility. We have to take our jars there, so. And I don't know what's inside there. I'm just gonna put it in the back. The way I read the lid, it says sauerkraut. So how it goes to sauerkraut, I thought it was something else, maybe. Yeah, I could tell that the sands have blown over stuff because it's all hidden or buried. Sold to a shoe. Anyway, we have a recyclable bottle here. Yeah, We have beach cleanups, so people do walk the dunes, but you're never going to find everything that's buried by the sand. Unfortunately, it's just too much of it. This is actually what I'm trying to video, the high tide line, where the stuff that people left last night from the clam dig or stuff that came in on the ocean fresh. But I'm finding that I'm doing better high and dry on the dunes. Anyway, I'm trying to keep these from getting to the dunes. Good enough. Last year my wife and I did this while we were walking, but we would leapfrog each other. We'd bypass the other with the truck, leave the keys in the truck, excuse me, and then we'd climb in the truck and start the truck up and leapfrog the other. So it was effective. We were able to maybe do a couple miles. In this case, I'm going to miss a lot of stuff, but the effort is still there. I'm still going to fill up my trash can or trash bag and get some recyclables off the beach. Sure enough, this is my next chunk of styrofoam, and from the shape of it and that stuff that's on it, I'm gonna say it might have been like a paddle board, big old thing to stand on, and it could go with maybe its matching piece right there, and that'll go by the park garbage also. This is what I mean about the dunes. There's the garbage. It's all sandy, but it was blown up here. See the sand that's on top of the grass? This will get buried. Buried amongst the thousands of glass floats that are underneath all this sand. Probably. Up in Alaska it's that way anyway. Duck season, goose season's over. Got me a shotgun shell. Now all I need is a toothbrush and a lighter. Did I not mention the alcohol bottle? Yeah, Fireball. Bucket handle. Some yellow plastic, probably off a tote. And another garbage bag to start filling. Hey, I can't make this up. There's the dry spot. And some microplastics. That's from a grocery basket. Water bottle lid. Yellow microplastic. Up here is a recyclable. Whee! Commercial crab buoy. You know why I can't make it up on that last clip? The garbage bags come from the same place. I got this from my kitchen, and this one I did not plant. Got a pump handle. I see a yellow thing and a recyclable can. Commercial crabbing started up for the tribal over a month ago, and regular commercial just started a couple weeks ago. So I'm finding a lot of broken buoys. That happens usually when they get ran over. Here we go. Commercial bait container and a little bit of bottle rocket plastic. I'm actually down on the high tide line. Got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. All right, this is probably recyclable, and then the rope will go in the garbage. I drove by this because it's black in color. It's a commercial fishing bait container or oyster rearing container. Anyway, there's a metal clip right there by my finger. Find myself back up here again. It's a good thing. There's a lot of people that walk these dunes collecting garbage though. Yeah, microplastics. And this is why it doesn't take me much to find a bunch of plastic. I find these at the beginning of crab season too. This is packaging for their bait containers. Yeah. Oh, what do we have here? I drove over and didn't even see it. Whatchamacallit? No, it's Reese's Fast Break sand-filled candy wrapper. Here we go. I'm gonna pass it up a little bit. There's another recyclable right there. Okay, so I'm starting to get more and more stuff down here on the high tide line. I'm filling up stuff pretty good. So from here forward, I'm gonna collect up these along the high tide line like I intended to do. See, there is a smaller high tide line there. That might have been a small push. This is the line I want to follow. I want to keep it from getting into the dunes and do my part that way. And that's just because I'm getting fuller of recyclables, garbage bag, and stuff. I could do more, but I'll only video the better finds. Crab buoy. But up here I have another chunk of that styrofoam. This is a couple miles down the beach, so could be from the same thing. For too long I'll have a whole paddleboard to be able to have. I think this is to the same thing based on thickness. We'll get back to the truck. Yeah, definitely 2 more pieces. That one doesn't have any color on it, but it has some lip shape right here like this, and that one has the color. There's the Asian writing. It's mineral spring, probably water, and it's all Asian writing. So this stuff does tend to get away from over there or off of a ship, and then they make their way into shore here, and here they are. So it's we got to do our part and try and clean up this stuff. This is what my video looks like of me getting in and out of my vehicle a couple hundred times in the sand just to pick up trash. Treasure. A pair of tweezers. You people that wear these gloves when you go clam digging and then you get to your car and you take them off, shame on you. Nitro gloves, 3 of them, and they're all pulled inside out. So I said I'd film stuff that is bigger. Here's part of what looks like a tote for large amounts of seafood. That'll be going to the park also. Might be a tabletop too. So anyway, I have it on charger. There you go, you got me. Yeah, it's from a tote. It's a lid, a tote lid. These are like 4 foot by 4 foot. Found some treasure. Kinda. It's a beanie, Tractor Supply Company. Wow, would you look at that view? Okay, well, would you hear the view? That's the ocean. These are the dunes. They're actually pretty clean when the sand covers up all the garbage, unfortunately, but people do pick up a lot of trash out here just so they can keep this place clean. Here's my take. There's 3 recyclable bottles, jars. Up there is my recyclable cans and bottles and tins and things. Here's another partial bag of trash that I haven't filled yet. There was more room in it, but I got that second bag, so I thought maybe, just maybe, I'll start loading that one up. Here's all the styrofoam, my treasures, 2 pieces of firewood. I always collect that. This little, just a collectible. There's Asian writing on this, where somewhere in there it'll show, but people tell me this was meant for shrimp nets. Let me know if you know. And then the Tractor Supply hat is the other treasure. All this stuff, of course, in the next clip I'll show taking at least the styrofoam and the bigger plastics to the dumpster, the trash can by the park's bathrooms. And then maybe the next clip, dumping the recyclables and garbage into my garbage can. Anyway, if you like this video, press like. If you want to see more of my types of videos, hit that notification bell. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'm asking, please subscribe. it'd go a long ways to help me make more videos. All right, so now I'm going to talk about something else. I go around collecting treasure. I don't really typically pick up a lot of the trash because I'm just driving down the high tide line to get in and out, bend down, pick up everything out of my, or get out of the truck and pick everything up as I see it. That would take a lot, and I do my part. I try and do this once, twice a year, and then in some of the videos I am picking up what looks like treasure, and it's trash. It still goes in the garbage can at the end of the video. So I thought I'd throw that at you. This video is for making up for things I should have done as I went along with my videos. Once again, thank you for watching. That's all I do, right by the bathrooms. Someone missed. Not gonna leave it all here, I'm just leaving the bigger pieces.